Good evening, and welcome to Theatre McLean's production of Neighborhood 3, Requisition of Doom by Jennifer Haley. Thank you so much for coming here tonight and supporting Theatre McLean. Neighborhood 3 runs 1 hour with no intermission, and we will be following the show with a post-show discussion with some of the cast and crew. A warning, Neighborhood 3 is intended for mature audiences only. Trigger warnings include heavy use of adult language, heavy use of adult content, including video game addiction and family struggles, and fantastical violence. Thank you again for coming, and enjoy the show.
The house you want is third from the left as you face the cul-de-sac. All the houses look the same. Be careful. As you approach the house, you will see on the sidewalk a claw hammer. Pick this up. You will need it for later. Like all the houses, this house will have a flesh-colored brick facade and a welcome mat in front of the door. Enter the house. To your right, there is a set of saloon doors. Push through these and enter the kitchen.
You want a Coke?
Okay.
Shit. We don't have any. My brother inhaled them all.
That's okay.
So then I just have stupid stuff like grape juice. You want some grape juice?
Okay.
Only he left like an inch in the bottle.
That's okay.
No, it's not. I'm gonna rip his balls off.
I mean, I don't need grape juice.
Well, nobody needs grape juice. It'd just be nice. Otherwise, we've got milk. You want some milk?
No thanks.
It's chocolate milk.
Okay.
It's like we're 11 again.
That's the last time I had it. When I was over here. My mom doesn't buy chocolate milk.
Your mom.
What?
Doesn't she sell makeup or something?
Vitamin shakes.
What are those?
Shakes with vitamins.
Can you elaborate?
It's like powder. You add water, you make a shake, you drink it 5 times a day.
Does it taste good?
No.
And why do you take it?
My mom says it gives you everything you need.
Does it work? Are you getting everything you need? I always see a bunch of cars in front of your place.
She has meetings at the house. She gives demonstrations.
Isn't it like a pyramid scheme?
What's that?
You know, you get a bunch of people, there are all these levels. Everyone tries to get to the next level, tries to get to the top. Like Scientology or the Mafia.
My mom is not in the Mafia.
She doesn't know you're here.
She's gone this afternoon.
It's the first time I've seen you on the bus.
She drives me.
Oh, well, I'm getting a car soon.
What kind?
The brand new kind.
But what make and model?
I don't know. Tyler, my brother, he just got a Hummer. It's actually his second Hummer. He totaled the first one, almost killed someone. So my dad got him another. I want something that costs the same price as 2 fucking Hummers. Like maybe a Jag.
You think your dad will get you a Jag?
Maybe. If I act like a giant jerk who's totally circling the drain, he'll buy me one to try to save me. Otherwise, it'll probably be a Toyota.
Still.
Yeah. Then I could drive you to school.
My mom drives me.
Wouldn't you rather... I mean, it's high school.
You don't have the car yet, so you can't drive me. So there's no point in discussing it.
No point in discussing it. Okay, Dad.
Just, didn't you say your brother has an Xbox?
Do you want a Vicodin? My brother's a Candyman. I know where he keeps his stash.
Won't that slow my reflexes?
Haven't you done it before?
No.
You should ask Mummy for a sip of her special shake.
She doesn't make special shakes.
She doesn't get that many people over for vitamins.
Look! I didn't come over here to do drugs or listen to you insult my mom. I thought we were playing a game.
That's the only reason you came over. You barely said hello to me in 4 years.
So I'm saying it now.
Yeah, because I have an Xbox.
I wanted to, it's just, you know.
What, your mom?
No, not my mom.
She stopped letting you out because you got so cute.
Look, shut up, Michaela. I stopped coming over because you're such a freaking know-it-all. I don't have to take this crap. I'm leaving.
We've got Neighborhood 3.
You've got Neighborhood 3.
It's Tyler's, but I know where he hides it.
Okay, but my mom doesn't stop me.
Okay.
Okay,
I have to sneak into his room.
I'm dying to play Neighborhood 3.
That sounds like something out of a horror movie. Like, you're about to play this video game, and you think it's just a game, but actually it's real, you know, and the audience knows it, but these teenagers don't know it, and this one kid's like, I'm dying to play! And it's like, ooh, foreshadowing.
I've been watching Cody play.
So he's your contact.
He's got all the walkthroughs, so you know what to look for in the game.
I bet Cody doesn't have chocolate milk. I bet that's why you came over here.
He came on to me.
No way. Cody came on to you?
I think so. He kept saying how good I was with the joystick. And they're not even called joysticks anymore.
I can't believe it. He's so hot. Next time I see him, I'm gonna tell him I'm pretty good with a joystick.
Are you?
I could be.
Well, let's turn on the game and find out.
Wait, are you... What are you...
The game. What are you?
Nothing. I'll set it up and you can play.
You're not gonna play?
Nah.
Do some split screen with me.
No.
Why not?
Game's fucked up. It maps out your own neighborhood. How creepy is that?
Are you kidding me? It's sweet. It's the best use of satellite technology I can think of.
Oh, now he's excited.
How can you not think it's sweet?
There's no point to it.
Sure there is. You have to keep getting to the next level. You have to get to the top.
And then what?
You're out. You're free. You've beat everything, and nothing can hurt you anymore.
My brother beats the shit out of those things. He gets online and plays with his friends. The sicker the game, the more they like it. He whacks those zombies to smithereens and spends a little too much time with them after they're dead.
Sometimes it's fun to be sick. Sometimes you need a place to be sick.
That's not the only place he's sick. You don't know much about my brother.
He plays at Cody's house.
What?
Tyler, he's almost at the last chapter.
Have you been hanging out with him?
They won't let me play the game. They keep calling me a noob.
What else do you do with them?
What do you mean?
Any of that other sick shit? Any of their missions in the neighborhood?
Missions?
Maybe your mom would want to know about this. Want to know about her beautiful little vitamin shake boy. What if I told your mom?
You say a word to my mom and I'll...
You'll do what? Just leave.
You're the one who invited me.
I didn't know you'd got so twisted.
It's only a game.
Oh, right, Trevor. Don't tell me you've never seen it.
See what?
One of those things, like, reach out.
What things?
In the game. It reaches out while you're hacking at it with what's left of its hand and gurgles, "I'm coming to get you, for real."
Drink the chocolate milk to replenish your sugar rush. Exit the house and proceed down the street. Remember, all action must appear unhurried. The goal during the daytime is to blend in. Proceed down the street slowly. 2 blocks up, to the left. Look for the house with the garden gnome in the front of the yard. Use your hammer to break open the gnome. Inside you will find a pink post-it note. Add this to your inventory and proceed up the sidewalk.
Hi there. Hi.
Yes?
I'm sorry, I accidentally kicked your garden gnome.
Oh.
It's just his head. I've got some super glue.
No, that's...
You should really keep your garden gnome out back. I don't think garden gnomes are acceptable to the neighborhood association.
Are you with the neighborhood association?
No,
Oh, I thought you were a representative, coming to give me another
no,
award.
I'm from down the street.
Oh, yes, Halloween.
Halloween, yes. I was in the gorilla suit until...
Yes, I remember.
Sometimes I get a bit carried away at block parties.
Well, this one was unseasonably warm.
Steve.
Leslie.
You have twins, right? They were both there. The Wolfman and Cinderella.
The Hunchback and Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell. Oh, right.
I hope
My
you
dad
love-
was Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, I was hoping you would. That's awesome.
Oh, I didn't know that was a girl.
Sometimes neither do we. So I'm home from the office early today. I went in the house and I couldn't find my daughter Chelsea anywhere. My wife is taking a break from the family, so I'm kind of holding down the fort. And,
Yeah. I'm sorry, but...
yeah, it's hard, but,
Oh, no. We're throwing a party for my husband when he gets home. I'm cooking buffalo wings.
Party! Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Well, I won't take up your time. I just, let me ask you real quick. Have you heard about these online video games the kids are playing?
Why do you ask?
My only daughter, Chelsea, is hooked on one. Neighborhood something, I don't know. But when I say hooked, I guess I'm putting it mildly. She basically plays this every waking moment from the time she gets home from school to the moment she goes to bed, if she goes to bed. We bought her a high-speed gaming computer for Christmas. We thought that would make her happy. We didn't know we'd never see her again. She gets online and plays this character with other people online playing characters. Some of them are her friends, but some of them, for all I know, could be pedophiles. They conspire for hours on that instant message and conference calls. And they run around a neighborhood that looks very much like ours, butchering zombies that look a whole lot like us. But let's see, what am I worried about? I'm worried that she's not making real friends in the real world. The way she looks, no one at school will talk to her. When I was a kid, I made bombs out of firecrackers, and my folks thought I was possessed. Of course, they're overreacting, and I've threatened to remove the computer, but I don't know if it's the computer or if it's... I'm a business manager. I manage people at all levels, and when they're not to task, I just fire them. But, you can't fire your only kid, even when she comes out of her room looking like some kind of monster. I'm sorry. Of course, your party.
No. Let me come outside. My daughter Madison plays this game.
Really?
Yeah, I can't get her to come to dinner. I used to think that it was anorexia until I figured out I had to put the food down right in front of her.
Huh. That's what I do. I pick up a burger for Chelsea every day on my way home from work.
Well, I circle back for the dirty dishes. She screams when I make her stop for half a minute to clean drippings out of her keyboard.
Her mom and I were dating by the time we were her age, but she's never mentioned a single boy.
Yeah, I'd be terrified to see what kind of date she'd bring home.
She won't allow me in her room.
Oh, she calls me Leslie. She won't call me Mom.
What about taking the computer away?
She'd just go to someone else's house.
That's what I thought. I'd be home all alone.
We'd never see her. We want to see her. It's hard enough with her father.
It's his birthday.
No. He's a judge, a federal judge. He has to decide between right and wrong all the time. It's really quite stressful. I'm hoping that it'll end soon. She keeps mentioning something about the last chapter. They're almost at the last chapter. Doesn't that sound promising?
I thought you said your daughter was Tinkerbell.
Oh. It was dark at the block party. You probably didn't see the hoof prints in her chest. She went as Tinkerbell, Bride of Satan.
Oh. I came home and found her gone. I looked on her computer, and this game is quite sophisticated. It uses global positioning to map out the neighborhood. There's a key of points of zombie infiltration. Several houses, including mine and yours, are red.
So?
I want to talk to Madison.
She's on her game.
She may know where Chelsea is.
I can't disturb her.
We don't know what they're really up to.
The night is already very hard.
I don't know anymore what's serious. What if this is serious?
I know serious. I know serious. You think that I don't know serious?
No,
They're making him do this tonight. His friends from work. This wasn't my idea, everyone. Coming over to tell him that he's drinking. It's so stupid. He knows that he's drinking. He'll think that this is my idea, and then... I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
I'm sorry. I guess this is not a good night. Here's your gnome.
I liked the gnome. Everyone always hated him, but he was so cheerful. On the front lawn, I'd come over and sit down next to him, put my hands on his cheeks. When it's warm out, they're warm. When it's cold out, they're cold. The logic is so appealing. when it's warm out and then it turns cold, they're still warm. So, you have a history, just a recent history, just the past hour, but as opposed to the crushing history of your lifetime or country or hominids.
I'm sorry I kicked him. I have some super glue.
No.
No?
I think his time is up.
Enter the house. You will find yourself in a living room with wooden floorboards. Proceed up the stairs and you will find yourself in a bedroom. Across this room is a closet. Warning: do not enter this closet unless you have picked up the weed whacker in Chapter 4. Instead, on the nightstand, there is a glass of wine. Drink this. When you proceed down the stairs, you will notice a pool of blood on the carpet. You have just moved through a secret wormhole in the neighborhood. You are now in a house on the opposite side of the subdivision.
Did you get what you were looking for?
Yes, thank you for letting me in his room.
Hopefully he won't find out we were in his room. Although, what if he has some hidden camera?
I don't remember a camera.
I'm kidding! Although I wouldn't be surprised. He always has been into gadgets.
Yeah.
I don't know what he keeps in there. He keeps it such a big secret. But we've always pledged to protect his privacy.
Uh-huh.
Well, this will be our little secret.
I should be going, but thank you again, Mrs. Pritchard.
Vicky! It's still Vicky, and it's no problem. Let me know if you need anything else. We really miss you around here.
Yeah, me too.
My husband and I thought you were really good for him.
Thanks, but I should.
Would you like to sit down for a minute?
Oh,
I could get you a Coke or a glass of wine. I'm having a glass of wine. Only if you think your mom wouldn't mind.
no, she lets me have wine sometimes. It's just
I don't expect Tyler to get home anytime soon.
Okay, I guess I could, for a minute.
Great. Sit down, let me get you a glass. Did you notice we reupholstered the love seat?
It looks nice.
Thank you, it was not cheap.
No, it looks nice.
I couldn't decide between stripes or oriental. It doesn't seem like such a big decision, but it affects the whole room. These things that seem so small have such enormous consequences. Here you go.
Thank you.
So, Caitlin, how's school?
Fine.
What electives are you taking?
Graphic design.
Really, on the computer?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, they teach you guys such great things these days. How are the grades? Still good?
I guess.
Even though we got him that Hummer, Tyler's grades took a downturn when you two split up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I don't think it was your fault. I think he was just upset. I mean, you were the one to break up with him.
Sort of.
Well, that's what he said.
We weren't hanging out much anyway.
But whenever he wasn't on the computer, he was with you.
I mean, sometimes.
Almost every night of the week?
No.
Well, where was he then?
Probably with his friends.
You mean the Olsen boys?
He's not really friends with them.
Those are his best friends. It's been a while since I've seen his room. We bought that bed for him when he was 5, and one morning I walk in, and his feet are poking off the end, and they're hairy. I said it was time for a new bed, and that's about when he sealed off the room. And like I said, I want to give him a place of his own. Isn't that good? I'm not the kind of mom who would read her son's diary. If boys even keep diaries. Maybe he has a, what's it called? A blog! Even if he did have a blog, I wouldn't read it. Not that I'm too savvy with the internet. He's been playing that game now that takes up all his time when he's not out with friends. Something's wrong, don't you think? Gosh, do you think it's drugs?
Maybe that's part of it.
He has those red eyes, but that's just marijuana, right?
Not like that kind of red.
You mean something harder? Something like, oh my gosh, it was on Dateline. Oxycontin?
Maybe not even drugs.
He has a great imagination. He gets into trouble with the neighborhood association. So to state. I mean, no one cares about your stupid golf course. It was strange to see those posters on his walls. But all the boys have posters like that with zombies and skeletons and blood, right?
I think you should go through his room.
What do you think I might find?
Do you remember that cat?
What cat?
The Henderson's cat.
Wasn't it hit by a car?
You didn't hear how they found it?
How did they find it?
It was still alive, even though...
Stop. I don't know what this has to do with my son. We give him everything that he needs. This wine is too sweet. It's making me sick. I do suppose I should let you go. Say hello to your mother for me. I see her in the grocery store all the time. And we keep making plans to get together, but we just can't seem to get together. You only live a few blocks away, so I don't know what it is. But tell her I really will call her and we really will get together.
Okay, thank you for the wine and letting me in.
Of course. Come back if you need anything else. What was it that you needed again?
Oh, just something of mine he took.
Something like what?
It's private.
Oh!
I mean...
No. I get it, okay? I respect that.
Did you know this house is the mirror opposite of mine? If you divide the neighborhood along the line of the sewage ditch and fold it in half, my room would be right on top of his room, which is kind of how we got together. When I needed to escape my mom, I could lie in bed and look up through the ceiling, down on him in his bed, looking up through the ceiling, and we just sort of knew each other. He started playing that game. It downloads maps from the neighborhood association. He showed me the map of the subdivision and the wormhole between our rooms. There are wormholes all over the neighborhood. He said one of them connects your imagination in the game to what happens in life for real. He's got, obsessed with finding that wormhole. It's not just the cat, Vicky. I think you should go through his room.
His father's a real estate agent, and I quit my job to be home with him.
If you don't look at something, it can sort of blow up. Don't you want to know what's in his
No,
room?
no, we give him everything he needs.
Before you are through, back away from the cat. Do not let the mewing deter you. Leaving it half alive will boost your ruthless ratings, which will help you in future combat. One block up, there will be a house with a flagstone path leading to the back. Follow this path to a gate behind the house. Use your hammer to break open the lock on this gate. Enter the backyard and proceed to the pool.
It's okay, son. Things die. Snickers had a good life. We don't really know what happens when something dies. For all we know, Snickers could be with us right here, right now. We could even say, "Hello, Snickers, you were an awesome cat. I'm sorry you got hit by that Hummer. At least it happened fast. We should all hope to be so lucky." As Henry David Thoreau said, "I walked into the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to flee the essential facts of life, and not when I came to die, discovered that I had not lived."
Snickers didn't go to the woods.
Well, he went into the bushes a lot. Look, Ryan, we've all been affected by the death of Snickers. It reminds us of our own mortality, and that can be a scary thing. As Ndurpo Bahara said, we are afraid to live, but scared to die. Death comes to everyone. Think of it as something really democratic, like our country.
Or, as Warren LeBlanc said, life is like a video game. Everyone must die.
Who was Warren LeBlanc?
He got caught up in this video game called Manhunt and killed his 14-year-old friend with a claw hammer.
That's not quite what I meant. Look, Ryan, we have to do something about this crying. We've all had a good cry over Snickers, but now it's time to dry our eyes, lift the shades, and let the sun in. Do you think you can do that? You're not a child anymore. Part of growing up is realizing that there's a lot of pain in this world, and taking responsibility for your life means that you can't let it destroy you, and you can't let your behavior increase the pain and fear for everyone else. Your mother wants to put you on antidepressants. Do you want to be put on antidepressants? I didn't think so. We don't need drugs to fix ourselves. We have the answers within us. Our own personal power is greater than we realize. You've always been a good kid, Ryan, and we rely on you to keep us in good spirits. Now, I know we've given you a break from your chores since Snickers passed, but I think reinstating them will help take your mind off things. As Henry Massey said, derive happiness in oneself from a good day's work. So, you know the grind. Clean the pool, skim the leaves, and replace the chlorine tablets, okay?
I don't like the Barracuda.
It helps us keep the pool clean.
I don't like the way it moves.
What are you, 10 years old? It's not as though the thing's alive.
Maybe not the way we think of life.
Well, I guess we have two options. We could turn it off, or you could practice getting over your fear of it. Which would you rather do? Which would be the brave thing to do? Look, Ryan, you can't...
I just don't want to go while I'm cleaning the pool. Is that so flipping hard?
Is there something else besides Snickers?
It's just something in the neighborhood.
What?
I don't know. I don't think Snickers was hit by a Hummer.
Your mother saw it on the block.
It's just the way Snickers looked. It didn't look like a car did that.
What did it look like?
I've been playing this game at Blake's house.
We have been seeing a bit less of you.
And there's this part with this cat. I didn't think it was real.
What was real?
That it would... Dad, listen. There's something in the neighborhood. Something's coming.
Do you remember what I was saying about personal power and it being a great thing? Well, it works both ways. Personal power can do great damage when it's negative. You're beginning to remind me of my sister. Every morning when she'd wake up, this howl would sound up above. This wail would sound. You think, here she comes. She appeared at the top of the stairs, pigtails all twisted, mouth wide open and wet, hair sticking to the mucus on her cheeks. She'd come down the stairs, one pajama foot after the next, dragging her yellow blanket behind her, plunking down and closer, her howl sounding louder and louder. God, nothing will scare you more than your own family. As Charles Manson said, "From the world of darkness did I loose my demons and devils. Let me tell you something, Ryan. Don't you dare bring anything like that into this house."
Once you've vanquished the barracuda, open the filter behind its mouth. Inside you will find a lime green post-it note with 4 numbers on it. Add this to your inventory and exit the backyard. The only way to escape the neighborhood is through the final house. You must enter the final house before the neighborhood is overrun by zombies. Proceed past the pocket park and enter the house with a broken garage. If you have any available light weapon slots, you may turn to the gas grill and pick up the barbecue fork. You may enter the house and find yourself in the game room.
Come on, Madison. It's going to start.
I'm coming.
No, come on, now.
I said I'm coming.
You always say that. It's never true. He's on his way home from work. He'll be here any minute.
I'll be right there.
I'm not Mom. Don't feed me this BS. She went through a lot to put this together, don't you? It's more important than your game.
We're almost at the final house.
Well, you worked on what you're going to say to him, didn't you?
Did you?
Sort of.
What are you gonna say?
I asked you first.
I'll just tell him he's totally fucked up, and he's fucked everyone in the family up, so we should stop fucking everyone up! Hey shithole, get off of me, zombie!
You're not supposed to be angry.
That's been made perfectly clear by that douche from the facility.
He's trying to get everyone together in the living room, and he told me to come get you.
Well, you tell him I'm coming.
Well, I'm going to tell him that time he forgot to pick me up from baseball practice. Really hurt. All the other dads were picking up their kids, and I was standing on the sidewalk, and everyone was picking them up till they were gone, except for me, with my mitt. And it turns out he was at that bar in the strip center. He totally forgot.
Oh, he'll cry with his big red eyes, and everyone will feel sorry for him.
Don't you feel sorry for him?
I'm surrounded by zombies! Where the fuck is my team?
What if you can't help it?
Look, I stayed home, didn't I? Everyone else is at Cody's house.
I think you're like him. I think you're hooked.
Oh, who was sleeping like 2 hours a night to play?
I gave it up.
Not until the end. You were almost in the final house.
Yeah, dude. It creeped me out.
What did?
You're almost there. You'll see.
I can't get any closer. Hello, Chelsea. Come in, Chelsea. Where are you guys?
Maybe we play to get away from him, like how he's trying to get away from whatever he's trying to get away from.
Like us foreclosing.
What do you mean foreclosing?
Hello? He drank up all our money.
How do you know?
I went in the study. I needed some dough, and I went through their records. Mom opened up a new card to pay for his fancy rehab. Where are they?
Madison, would you stop for a moment playing that?
They better not have ditched me. Why does everyone ditch me?
For a moment, would you stop and look at me?
No way. They went in. They went in the final house. They went in without me. Now I'll never get in. I can't do it on my own. You have to log in and help me.
Oh, I'm not playing that anymore.
Jared, I need you. You're my twin.
Just stop and do it later.
I'm not stopping anymore. I'm not stopping for him. You've got the computer. It'll only take a second.
There's something wrong.
You've got the circular saw and the lawn darts. Please.
No.
Please!
No, Madison.
Please, 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 please! You have to help me or I'll die!
He'll be home any minute. We don't have time.
I don't care. I hate him. I hate him. He's messing even this up for me.
This is nothing. Don't you care about anything that matters?
Hold up. Chelsea's online. Why isn't she using... Oh. She says her headset is dead.
But besides with the game, there's just something...
Weird. Tyler found a zombie in the final house that looked like his mom.
What'd he do?
He pwned her with a barbecue fork. They're freaking out. Chelsea's logging off. She said don't go in.
Don't go in where?
I'm not going anywhere because I'll get creamed because my team ditched me. Shit! Die! 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 Die!
Listen!
Die! Die! What?
In the neighborhood. A siren.
Please!
Why don't you put that energy into this intervention? If not for him, then for us. Maybe it'd be good for us to tell the truth. Don't you ever want to shout the truth out the window? Shout, this is the truth! This is the truth! This is the truth!
You're gonna get us in trouble with the neighborhood association.
I don't care! Come and get me! Come and get me, neighborhood association! Come and get me for telling the truth!
You're not even saying anything. Why don't you shout this every night? On his 5th cocktail, my dad turns into a zombie and basically tells me what a loser I am, what a loser son I am. So now I slump. Everywhere I go, I have such terrible posture. I'm known at school as the hunchback. I still think he's great, way deep down. I'm so glad the man who deformed me is taking a month at a spa to learn he's a beautiful human being at heart.
Yeah, I don't want to yell that.
Yeah, because it's the truth.
Okay, let me log in.
Yay!
Have you figured it out yet? Have you seen the final house?
No, there's like 20 zombies in my way. It's not dark enough. If I pop out, they'll see me.
Where are you?
In the pocket park, behind the bench.
I'll distract him.
Don't die. Remember, in the last chapter, you can't resurrect.
You're telling me now about this game?
Oh my god, you're running right out in the open, right in front of them!
Hurry, Madison.
This isn't a suicide mission.
You wanted to see the final house. Go on. 1 block past the pocket park. Locate the house on the left.
How do you remember?
Oh, this house, I can never forget.
But...
Go! Go! Go!
I'm going!
A few of them are peeling away. They're coming right after you.
Shit! Shit! I'm almost there. House on the left. House on the left. House on the left is our house.
What'd I tell you?
What happens when you go in?
I don't know. That's where I stopped.
I'm on the front porch. I'm at the front door.
Oh man, did you hear that?
He's home.
Killing zombies will alert the neighborhood association to your presence. As the job of the neighborhood association is to protect the zombies, consider any forces they deploy to be your enemy. Exit the garage. Proceed down the street 2 blocks and take a right. Look for the house with the newly planted crepe myrtle tree with a set of hedge clippers at its base. Move toward the tree.
Excuse me, you're in the way of my weed whacker.
You already did this. You weed whacked it yesterday?
I'm weed whacking it again today.
You do it every day. The grass doesn't need it every day.
I have to keep it down. I have to keep the ground prepared.
I can't hear you. Could you please turn the whacker off? Thank you. I'm Barbara. I'm from next door.
I've seen you come and go.
You know my son Cody?
I've seen him come and go.
Well, my husband and I just got home and Cody apparently had some friends over. They left the game room a mess, a different kind of mess. You didn't see any of them come and go while you were here whacking your very short grass?
I just got started.
But you don't work, do you? You didn't see them this afternoon?
I heard some screaming.
Screaming?
I think they were playing some kind of game.
You mean like cheering?
I mean like screaming.
Like they were excited?
If by excited you mean frantic, then yes.
Why do you do your lawn every single day? Every day I hear that buzzing.
The grass is unruly. It grows very fast.
Not in a day, not that fast.
I notice you have stones.
Well, we filled our yard with stones so we wouldn't have to mow. I'm very sensitive to noise.
I'm surprised stones are allowed by the neighborhood association.
Well, we were one of the first buyers. They wrote our contract without the grass clause.
The grass clause. You have to have grass, but keep it short. They want it to look like everything is under control.
What?
They want it to look like everything is under control.
I can't hear you over the sirens?
Everything is under control.
Well, they must love you.
I don't trim my grass for the neighborhood association. I have to keep the ground prepared.
Prepared for what? You don't work, do you?
I stopped finding it important. I stopped finding a lot of things important.
You did this today, to your house. Why are the windows boarded?
Have you looked at your son's game?
How do you know about...
It's quite popular playing with real people.
Well, I know some of the people he plays with, but some of them I don't. I mean, it could be someone next door, or it could be a pedophile.
Or both.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You don't have children, do you?
We had a hard time. We took some drugs, got pregnant, with triplets. 3 girls, dead in the womb at 7 months. We buried them in the yard under the crepe myrtle tree.
Isn't that illegal?
No, it's our belief they were ballerinas. They died floating in a pas de trois. At night, they come out and glide through the lawn. They cut the grass with their glissades, and then move on to your place to practice their grand châtés. Wake up and hear their point shoes under stones.
I wake up and hear that clacking.
We moved here to raise children, but then I realized that this neighborhood, in trying to deny fear, actually magnifies it. I could feel it, warping them in the womb. If they'd been born, it would have warped them into something unthinkable. Instead, they dance for the last chapter.
The last chapter. That's something from Cody's game.
It was hard getting it out of him.
Getting it out? I thought you hadn't seen him.
Not today, last night.
Last night.
I caught him in my yard. He was making a mess.
What kind of mess?
A different kind of mess.
You have to tell me. I'm his mom.
We believe imagination creates reality. If you fear something, it will manifest. And if you don't face it, it will kill you. Are you sure you're ready to face it?
His father's out looking for him. His father is an angry man. If you're not telling us something we need to know.
Are you sure you're ready to face it? Yes or no?
I'm not playing this game with you.
Then if you'll excuse me.
Don't you dare turn that on.
Are you threatening me?
Yes. Yes!
Cody said, in the final house, there is a wormhole. Once you go in, you take your family with you, and they appear to you as zombies. And finally, you can kill them without remorse.
You know what the neighbors say about you? They say you killed those girls. You killed them and buried them in your yard because you were afraid they were going to be monsters.
Monster. Who do you think is the monster? I'll leave out these hedge clippers. If you see your son, don't hesitate.
You may pick up the hedge clippers if you have a proficiency in garden tools. Turn toward the street sign that reads, "Do not enter," and turn left to the cul-de-sac. As night begins to fall, you may engage your run really fast motion. Your stealth talent increases by 3 and your zombie olfactory skill increases by 12. Turn to the first house on your right. There will be a cell phone in the driveway. Pick this up and move toward the house.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Not now, Steve?
No, not now, Steve. Me, Chelsea, get back inside the house.
I'm not saying I have to check on my friend.
What friend?
You don't know her.
It's too late. Where have you been all afternoon?
I was at someone's house.
Whose house?
You come home every night in the dark. What do you care?
I came home early to spend some time with you, only to find you gone.
I have to check on my friend.
Even when you're here, all I see is you at that computer with your big bag of Cheetos. Well, that's about to end.
You have no idea what's going on. I don't need your permission.
Why don't you just call her?
I can't find my cell phone.
That's because I have your cell phone.
Give it to me.
Is this what you came home to look for. It was on the kitchen counter. Lots of interesting stuff here.
What are you talking about?
Fascinating photo gallery.
You looked at my pictures?
Only a few. Your father may be a lot of things, but one thing he's not is a pervert. And who are these for? You have a boyfriend you're not telling me about?
Yeah, a boyfriend. How fucking quaint.
Your mouth. When did you get so filthy?
My friend is in trouble. Give me my phone.
Your phone? Who do you think paid for your phone? This is a market economy. I paid for the house, this phone, this driveway you're standing on right now. I got the money to pay for it because I work. I have something of value. What do you have of value?
I am a level 90 Gothic cheerleader with a plus 12 proficiency in the golf club. I suggest you give me my phone.
My God! I've given you everything you wanted after your mother left. I've given you everything. Why would you take these, Chelsea? Why? Tell me why, and I'll give you your phone.
Currency.
You mean money? I give you
In the game.
money.
We have our own currency. I upload photos to other players in exchange for food, armor, weapons. I know all about the market economy. I know what I have of value.
Get inside.
You said you'd give me my phone.
I've done something wrong. I can no longer trust you.
I can't trust you. You said you'd give me my phone.
This is not a debate. This is an order.
You don't fucking understand. There's something at Madison's house.
What did you say to me?
There's something at Madison's house.
You're lucky I can't hear you, young lady, over all these sirens. What's with the sirens? What's going on in the neighborhood?
Oh my God. Get inside and lock the door.
What?
Give me my phone and get inside.
You're the one that's going inside.
Dad, listen. We were all playing at Cody's and we went into the final house and Tyler found a zombie that looked like his mom. He stuck her through the eyes of the barbecue fork, freaked out, ran home and called us screaming, "Get out of Cody's house." He screamed that Cody's father is after him. Their house is covered in yellow tape. There are sirens and SWAT teams from the neighborhood association. I'm trying to get to Madison to tell her not to go in. Maybe she can help us if she doesn't go in.
Stop it right now. Something is wrong with you. Are you on drugs?
Forget the phone. I'll go myself.
You're not going anywhere.
Let go of me.
I don't know why I didn't see this. Why I didn't see you.
Let go!
Maybe I never wanted to look, and this is what happens when you don't look. Your family becomes something you don't recognize.
I'm going to scream.
Your mouth, a wound, your eyes, a ghoul, and those pictures. You didn't used to be like this. My daughter, you used to be so pretty. I'm sorry. Don't cry. I'm sorry. I'm a monster. Why are you looking at me like that? Where did you get that golf club? Chelsea? Wait. Please! No!
Remove the pink and lime post-it notes from your inventory. The numbers on these notes combine to form a phone number. Text the words "Final House" into this number, and you will receive a return text that contains the instructions to the final house. As darkness falls for good, you will have to use the streetlights to track the zombies. Make sure to bring your flashlight and follow the instructions to the final.
Holy shit, man! WTF?
Don't kill me! Don't kill me!
What?
Please, I'm sorry I knocked you down.
Are you a player?
Please don't kill me. I'm trying to find my son.
I can't kill you if you're a player. I'll lose points.
I'm a player. I'm a player.
You get down. You're alert to movement.
Who are?
Are you sure you're a player?
My name is Barbara.
Barbara. Your screen name is Barbara? Whoa.
Who are you?
Zombie Killer 14.
Are you with the neighborhood association?
Do I look like I'm with DNA?
They're sending out SWAT teams and you're wearing all that armor.
If I was DNA, you would already be dead. I'm looking for the final house.
No, the final house. My son, I think, went in. All the sirens, all the houses with yellow tape. No one will tell me what's going on. My husband and I are looking for him. He has to be here somewhere.
WTF, get down.
WTF?
What the fuck? Yeah, the streetlight. I don't know how you got the last chapter, noob, but you better not give me away.
Last chapter? What is it with the last chapter?
You know, you're kind of pretty. You look a lot like my friend's mom. I thought she was kind of hot. Where'd you get that avatar?
Avatar? You sound like my son.
Your son IRL?
IRL?
In real life. Are you, like, old?
What was that? In the streetlights?
Here's how we keep track of them.
Track of what?
Shit. There's like 50 heading this way.
50 of what? How do you know?
On my headset? One of my team members told me. You're on a team, aren't you?
I mean, my husband, my son...
Come on, keep down. If I have to kill one, we're in trouble.
What have you been killing? What's that in your hand? A hammer. Oh my god, it's slimy.
Where's your weapon?
I don't have a weapon.
How'd you make it this far?
My neighbor tried to give me hedge clippers.
Oh wow, you got the hedge clippers?
But no, I didn't take them.
Dude, what is wrong with you?
I thought he was crazy.
You're the one who's crazy. Get away from me.
No, wait, where are you going?
There are 50 of them hot on our tracks. They're gonna give me away.
Oh my god.
OMG?
Oh my god.
It's OMG.
OMG, 50 of what?
50 zombies.
I don't believe in zombies.
AFK.
AFK?
Away from keyboard.
Keyboard? What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? I don't believe in zombies. Do you hear me? I don't believe in... What was that? Was that what I think it was? That? Did you see that? Hey, did you see that? Hello? What is wrong with you? You said there were zombies, so why don't you do something? Do something! Do something!
Sorry, I'm back. I just at my window. There was some woman outside screaming. You know what they're doing? Oh yeah, dissing you.
No, wait, I saw something.
Where?
Over there in the streetlights.
That's the only way to see them coming. WTF!
What happened to the streetlights?
The NA must have turned them off.
It's so dark, I can't see anything.
Come in. Kneel before me. The lights out where you are?
Oh my god, where am I?
Kneel before me. Where are you, man?
Where am I? Where am I?
Come in. You've got the flashlight.
Oh, I have a flashlight.
You have a flashlight? FNA, turn it on.
The last chapter. Final house. Zombies. OMG, am I in Cody's game?
You know Cody?
Cody is my son.
Miss Whitestone, it's me, Blake.
Blake? You're 7 feet tall.
Dude, I thought I recognized you. How Cody from the outfit got so much like you?
Where is he?
Last time I heard, he had a buttload. A buttload of zombies after him. One of them looked like his dad.
OMG, I've got to find them.
Where are you going with that flashlight?
Cody's in trouble.
I need you. I need you to get to the final house.
No, don't go in the final house.
That's the only way out of the neighborhood. I need you to follow me and keep right in front of us.
I can find him on my own.
I am sorry to say this, Miss Whitestone, but I will waste you. And you know that if you die in the last chapter, you can no longer resurrect. Over there, up one block. Let's go.
How do you know where we're going?
I got the number from the sticky notes. I got the instructions from the cell phone.
Ugh, something dripped on me.
Come on, come on.
But it felt warm.
Help! That's imagination you got there, Miss Whitestone.
What's up there? In that tree?
Don't worry, it's Dad.
But it looks like someone
He's right in front of us.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, that was creepy. Come on over there.
OMG!
WTF, it looks like...
Ballerinas!
What are ballerinas doing in this game?
Don't you get it, zombie killer? This isn't...
Holy shit! They found it! We're at the final house!
It's my house.
My house?
Cody! I wonder if... What's that on the front porch?
Careful.
Post-it notes. They're covered in...
Yeah, the blood effects are killer.
Are these Cody's? Where is...
I don't know, Miss Whitestone. You may not resurrect.
What do you mean?
My teammate told me that zombie that was after him got him.
I don't... No. I don't... No, there must be...
My team gets here, we're going in.
No, don't go in.
That's when we're in the neighborhood.
That is not the only way. Get up from your computer. Get up from your computer and go talk to your mom.
I don't talk to my mom.
Tell her Barbara sent you. She knows me from when you and Cody were boys.
She doesn't listen to me. Now she comes.
Tell her to contact my neighbor.
Right when I'm about to go in.
No, don't go in. Maybe it's not too late if some of you don't go in. Maybe... Oh, God. Cody?
I can't flip her over my shoulder. AFK.
Wait, Blake. Blake! Tell her to listen to you. Talk to your mom. Talk to each other. Oh, God. Cody? We thought when we moved here, we were moving up. But all the neighborhoods are mirror images. All the neighborhoods fold onto each other. Don't go in the final house. There are no levels. There's no moving up. There's no getting out.
Yeah, I'm here, at the final house. In the bushes by the front door. Well, hurry up, my cologne de corpse is wearing off. They're gonna smell me. Please just get your ass over here.
Honey, I brought you your burger since you were too busy to eat it earlier. Do you want it now? I'm watching a little CSI. I love how that forensic team figures everything out in the end. This episode is about a dwarf. I mean, little person who murders another little person because he's about to marry his fiance, who is normal. I mean, a person of average height. He wants his daughter to marry another person of average height so she'll have a normal family. I mean, everyone wants a normal family. So he murders the little fiance by hanging him. They even show the vertebrae going snap, snap, snap. At least, I think that's what was happening. You know I cover my eyes for the gory parts. It's too real. I know you're busy, but it's a little lonely downstairs. Don't you want to come sit on the couch with me and watch? Well, I offered.
There you are, man. I was getting lonely. Don't you think we should wait for the rest of the team before we go in? Yeah, I know. It's just that I gotta check my armor one more time and then refill my sugar rush. And hey, get back in the bushes! I'm not ready yet. I'm not stalling.
Honey, I thought I heard something by the front door. It sounded strange. I don't know, maybe I'm imagining things. You aren't up to anything, are you? You can tell me if you are. I promise I won't get upset. I'd actually really prefer some advance notice to one of those phone calls. Why don't you come downstairs? I'll make some popcorn, we can talk, and maybe you can listen to this noise by the front door and tell me if you think it sounds strange. Like something coming through the walls. I never used to feel that way about this place, but now it's like that movie. Maybe our house is built on an Indian burial ground. Maybe the neighborhood. Maybe the whole country. Now listen to me. Being morbid. I must need another. It's just that thing by the front door. You wouldn't know anything about it, would you? Hey, I am talking to you. Look at me when I talk to you. No, of course you wouldn't. Why don't you get ready for bed? I'll bring you something to help you sleep.
Yeah, she drives me insane. No, I'm not ready yet. Listen, there was this woman. No, I wish. No, I mean like in the game. I couldn't tell if she was a zombie or a player. She kind of looked like Cody's mom, kept asking if I'd seen him. Yeah, no, at first I thought it was Cody being a total weirdo, but something was off. She kept saying, don't go in, don't go in. Yeah, look, I know it's... Look, shut up, okay? I took care of it. That's her on the sidewalk. I bashed her head in.
Blake, I'm sure of it. There's something out there. You're the man of the house now. You should come take a look. It's not just the noise. I saw a shadow in the porch light coming to the front door. Hey, are you listening to me? I am asking you a favor. It is the least you can do after everything I do for you. I cook your meals, I wash your clothes, I make sure you don't shrivel up and die behind that computer. The computer that was bought for you. And can you be bothered to do a single thing for me? You! I am talking to you! I am not just some drudge who does all your shit work. Look at me!
What?
What?
I said what?
Is that all you have to say?
What do you want me to say, Joy?
Don't call me that.
It's your name.
I have told you not to call me that. I have told you and told you, but you don't listen to me. You don't listen to a word I say. And after everything I have done for you. Well, let me tell you, Buster, things are going to change around here. Nothing's free in this world, and it's time you earn your keep. I'm making a list of after-school chores and setting limits on your game time. Starting now. Off the computer in 5 minutes.
Yeah, you heard that? Yeah, I just got the things are going to change around here speech. But nothing ever does. Okay, ready, man. All right, I'm heading up to the front door. Cover me. Trying it. Oh, weird. It's opening on its own. Okay, whatever. I'm in. I'm behind the sofa. Shit, did you see something move, like over on the light of the television? Oh, don't worry about it, okay? Just get to the top of the stairs. It's in the bedroom at the top. Bedroom at the top. Wait, don't go in yet. Do you hear that? Fuck, man, my heart is pounding. Okay. All right, let me get up there with you. All right, ready. Opening the door. I'm opening the door.
Honey?
Not now.
I did it. I looked.
You said I have 5 minutes.
I didn't have a choice. The front door just opened.
Please just get the fuck out of my room.
Do you remember Barbara? Cody's mom?
What about her?
She's on the sidewalk with half her head gone.
Hey, man, are you there? Get out, okay? Get out of the room. Get out of the house, okay? Get out, okay? Get out. Get out. Get out. No, come on, get out. Get out. Get out. Shit, the front door is locked.
Yeah, I locked the front door.
Are you there, man? We're in trouble.
All night, I've heard sirens.
I'm unarmed. I dropped my hammer somewhere on the stairs.
Is this what you're looking for? I found it on the stairs.
Give that to me.
Does it belong to you?
Look, Joy, it's not...
Don't call me that. Just the fact that you are capable of calling me that, what else are you capable of?
I haven't done anything.
What happened to Barbara?
You tell me.
No, you tell me. You never tell me anything anymore.
You never ask.
I try all the time to talk to you.
You don't really want to know.
This is the first time I've seen your face in so long. You never even look at me anymore.
I'm looking at you right now. Give me the hammer.
I don't recognize you.
I'm your son. Give me the hammer.
I have tried to talk to you. I have tried. I want to hear you say, I know you have tried.
Easy, Joy.
Don't call me that!
Okay. You've tried. Okay? You've tried.
Say it like you believe it. Say it like it's the truth.
Okay. I believe you've...
No, you don't believe me. You don't even see me. You don't see anything outside of your game. You don't see anything that's real! I'm sorry. It's so good to see you, son. It's so good to see your face. I just want the two of us. It's not too late, is it? It's not too late? I am so sorry. I am so.
No. Mom?
Hey, hello everyone. Thank you so much for coming out to Neighborhood 3 Requisition of Doom. My name is Mr. Reed, and I was the director of the show and the director of Theater McLean, and we are going to go through a post-show discussion with some of the cast and crew. And if you have any questions, please go ahead and put them into the YouTube chat, and we'll post them up onto the screen. But before we get going, I'd love for the rest of the cast and crew to introduce themselves, and we got a few folks. So Lissa, you want to start? And JT will bump to the next page and introduce them. We'll do it all together. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, I'm Lissa Bass, and I am the assistant director of Neighborhood 3.
Hi, I'm Jack Abba, and I just learned that this blood taste has a mint flavor.
Hi, I'm Chris Tillotson, and I was playing Tobias.
Oh, sweet. Hi, you can introduce yourselves as well, folks. We're going to introduce everyone all together. So go ahead, Ben.
All right, my name is Ben. I'm a senior, and I played Steve.
My name is Kylie. I'm a junior, and I just played Chelsea.
Hello, I'm Rafiq. I was tech. I helped edit the walkthroughs for this show.
Yeah. So JT, if we can go back to the next page.
Chris Tillotson, and I was playing Tobias.
Sweet. Oh, I think. Hi, you can introduce yourselves as well, folks.
That wasn't me.
We're going to introduce everyone all together. So go ahead, Ben. It's all good. We're going to get going.
My name is Ben. I'm a senior, and I played Steve.
Hold on for 1 second.
My name is Kylie. I'm a junior, and I just played Chelsea.
Hello, I'm Rafiq. I was tech. I helped edit the walkthroughs for this show.
And if one of y'all has the YouTube up,
So,
JT, if we can go back to the next page. If you have
I'm
the YouTube up, go ahead and close. That's what we're getting that extra. Oh, I think. Hi, you can introduce yourself as well, folks. We're going to introduce everyone. So go ahead, Ben. It's all good. Ryan, do you have the YouTube up, everybody?
I'm here, and I played Steve.
Hold on for 1 second.
My name is Kylie. I'm a junior, and I just played Chelsea.
Max Engel, this is not a bit. There we go. Let's keep. Yeah, so there we go. There it is. We're back. Okay, thanks. Sorry for that interruption, everyone. So that question that we had was, can the cast elaborate on the process a bit? I'm sure it was different than rehearsing in person. Thank you, Katie Beth, for asking that. Jack, Chris, you want to take that?
Sure. Different than rehearsing in person, definitely, because just like online school, we're rehearsing in our own home, so we had to make our own. We had to find somewhere with a blank space, but also it was easier because you can just get dressed, get ready at home, so everything's closer.
Sweet. Jack, go ahead.
It kind of loses the social aspect that comes with most rehearsals, but that also kind of shortens them down a bit. So you just kind of get cut off all the excess fat, and you're just doing what you're there to do for like an hour at a time.
I'm going to throw up another question for y'all. Taliesin Scott asks, how did Jack put the blood on his face so fast?
Yes. Okay. Let me show you guys my setup here in terms of doing this at home. Right next to me, I have a towel with a bloody hammer, a plate full of fake blood. And so basically what happens is right when it goes black, I back up like this, go like that, slather my hands in it, just go like that, and then grab the hammer and back up. And that took a little bit to get down to like 10 seconds or less. But it's fun.
And Chris, that weed whacker, Katie Beth said the weed whacker was her favorite part. We have a question for Rafiq. Rafiq, what was your favorite part of your first high school show? It's an awesome question. JT, if we can jump over to Rafiq. Hey, Rafiq, what was your favorite part of your first high school show?
I like that it was virtual It was an interesting setting, and you got to see like everyone all at once, and you sort of got to know them all at once. Whereas I feel like in person, sometimes you just don't get to meet people as much. Like you're just focused with the group that you're in the scene with. So I thought that was pretty cool.
And just to give a heads up, Rafiq and Ryan Hernandez and Alessandro and JT were part of the video production team. So all of those walkthrough videos that you saw, they were filmed, and then the video production team edited and put it all together. And then we put Emma on top live of the recorded version. So I thought it was such an interesting and unique way of doing it. And you did such a great job, man. Question for Kylie and Ben from Haley Rose. How did y'all coordinate hair and makeup between tech and actors? So can you want to talk about that process, how that all happened?
Yeah, I can start with that. So pretty much so every hair and makeup that you have seen getting done, we have had to do ourselves, obviously, because we can't, have someone up in our face and all that. So we organized, well, I didn't organize, but it was organized and the awesome heads of hair and makeup organized flip grids and looms, and they essentially gave us little tutorials on like how to do our hair and makeup, and we got little actor kits with anything we might need.
Nice. Ben, you want to add any?
I got a little Christmas bag from Mr. Reed full of the makeup over here, and alongside of it came this horrific creature. And yeah, it was really cool being able to experiment with these. Normally in Theater McLean, we have the makeup crew and the hair crew doing it for us. But being able to actually try that for ourselves, whether it's putting in like gray hairspray or green hairspray, or doing these.
My hands are stained black. I want to stress we are not as good as the regular hair and makeup crew. Like my hands are 4 days of black.
I think it just shows just this weird normal, like now that we're doing it, and just how much we love and miss all of our hair and makeup crew and costume crew, and how much work is put in. And while it is fun to see all the actors try to figure this out looking at videos, we miss everyone dearly and greatly and all together. This is a question for both of you. Again, I think this is a really nice question from Eli Sporn. What were some of the toughest interactions between characters and scenes?
I know for me personally, our scene is rather physically active. And when you are confined to this little box, it is tough to move around and try and keep that energy, while not exiting your screen, especially the grab, which occurs by me yanking my own wrist and just attempting to struggle against myself, which is very unique. And then also not looking at the other person, trying to like act to nothing, is something that I thought was a little tough, but we got past it.
Yeah. For when you're trying to find a point on the wall, it definitely feels like one of those Lord of the Rings or like heavily green screen films where they have that little circle for you, and then you just focus on that circle and go, oh yeah, that's a person right there. And it's definitely an interesting challenge to overcome. And as Kylie's saying, this little box, like right now I'm sitting on a bench here, and it's like a circle, like a little L, and it's just this little alley I got here for space. So it's a unique experience, I'd say.
I'm kind of lucky because when we do the golf club swing, I'm set up right next to my bed. So I essentially just aggressively smack my bed with a golf club.
We'll do one more question for y'all, and then we'll swap to another group. This one is from Graham Cole. How is performing live online different from performing in front of an audience? And Rafiq, if you can also add, how is doing this different tech-wise? So we can start with Kylie and Ben, and then we'll switch to the tech aspect of it. So for you folks, how's performing live online versus in front of an audience?
I was thinking about this today because I was, like getting excited for the show and all that. But I was to myself about how when we do it, it's not it's just not gonna feel the same because you can't look out at the audience and see people's faces, and you can't hear if there's a laugh or a clap or any of that, right? So I was worried it was gonna just feel like another run of it, which it didn't because I knew more people were watching. But it's kind of hard to you can't read that energy and sort of try and play off of that. But in a different aspect of it, I know I always kind of get the jitters when I can see. I mean, I still got nervous, but it's less anxiety inducing because I'm like, worst case scenario, if it goes absolutely terribly, my bed is right there, and I will flop on it, and it'll be fine. So it's easier in the sense of like anxiety wise, but when it comes to just the energy of it, that's at least what's been toughest for me.
Yeah, I think it's for me. I'm the opposite. So I guess it depends to actor. I love like building off of the audience and just like we're here to play for you guys. We're here to build off of your reactions and see what you guys like, and then go from there and take it as far as we can. And for me, it's just so odd not to have anyone there. It's just it kind of makes me sad. I don't get to see all your lovely faces here. But
These are all comments.
yes, I definitely missed you all, seeing you guys, and yeah, and there's also some challenges with like performing live besides not having an audience. Like there's the technical aspects of it. Sometimes there might be a glitch or something that goes wrong, but I'll let Rafik talk about that.
Yeah, Rafik, how about for you?
Actually, technically, this show was a lot easier for us because when everyone's stuck at home, you have a lot more time so that the editing we could do in one day, we could condense it as compared to a normal school that probably wouldn't be as easy. And also we could just have like calls or whatever when we needed to confirm something with one another. As compared to in school, we might have to meet like the next day and talk about it. And if it was urgent, then we couldn't really get it done as well. So I feel like actually it was probably easier for us to do the show virtually as compared to live.
Nice. Yeah, and I think based off of like the circumstances that we were given, like the show was chosen for the purpose of like being able to push those virtual and digital boundaries, and I think it was an interesting process for sure. The three of you, thank you so much. We'll jump out to the next group. Thank you, Ben, Kylie, Rafik, and we'll go. I have a question on a couple more that I'll put up. Hey, so from Erica Bass, how did the actors simulate eye contact? Jack, you want to take this one? How did you simulate it, please?
I mean, there were parts where like, oh, I'm looking up here because she's in that corner of my room, and then sometimes I'd be looking right over here. So sometimes it's weird because sometimes like based on how close you are to the camera, there's like a height difference. So if it might look like you're looking right above them or too low on them. But then I realized that one got another tab open here. Once I realized it was just kind of just letting it happen naturally, not really focusing.
Oh, Ryan, you bumped him out again. No worries. Chris, go ahead. Why don't you answer that question?
I mean, yeah, my answer is pretty much the same as Jack's. You had to focus on a point over there. I got notes, I think, a couple times not to look at the camera, so sorry. But yeah, I had to like stack my computer on top of my printer right here and a couple pillows just to get that height difference. So we worked on it. We made it work.
Yeah, I would absolutely say so. Lissa, did not mean for you're back. I did not mean for this to be your dad to ask you this question, but I'd love to throw this one to you. Was the play written to be online?
Well, we didn't write the play, but it wasn't written to be online. It was performed on stage before, but I think that it was a great play to choose for an online performance because I think that, first of all, the virtual videos of the video game that were made by JT, Rafiq, and Ryan and Alessandro added to it so much, and I can't imagine how that would have worked as well in a live performance. And the fact that all the scenes are between two people made it a lot easier to do online, which is a lot harder. We did another play called Cards of Fate that you guys should absolutely go watch. But that had different scenes with more than one people, and it was a lot harder to do online. So I think that the format of this play and the format that this play was written was really great when interpreting it on the computer.
Mm-hmm. And to piggyback on that question, Graham puts out, if not, did you make any changes to make it fit better? So I think like what Lissa was saying is that the walkthroughs for me was the major difference. Like the walkthroughs weren't made to be what we made them. Like there was no stage directions at all, like to talk about the walkthroughs. So it was just a voice. So that was kind of like the major change, was making it all recorded. And I think that was a pretty early decision from the get-go when Lissa and I were talking about how we wanted to do it, except when I thought about using Minecraft as one of them.
You wanted to make the whole
silly
thing
choice
in Minecraft, and all of us who
We're
were
like-
hearing this idea were like, maybe not. And he was like, no, I think it'll work. I think it'll look
I think
good.
it'll be great. But like that was kind of the process, was like figuring out what would work and what wouldn't. I'm going to throw one more question to y'all as I look. Here we go, from Aaron Sharp. And for Jack and Chris, is there anyone who prefers performing online instead of in person?
Chris, you want to start off?
Chris, you're shaking your head very, very quickly.
Why would we want to perform online? We made the best of it, but I'd still much rather be on the theater performing to an audience, bowing, having them clap, having them laugh, yeah.
I mean, the awkward clapping that was pre-recorded during the bow, I think, speaks for itself.
I don't think that could replace real clapping, real applause. There's no way. Jack?
My favorite part of performing, doing any sort of like performing arts, mostly theater, is kind of the connection, whether you're making it directly with the audience or not, that forms kind of between what's going on stage and the people. I don't know, there's just sort of an energy there where you're throwing stuff out at them and they're returning it in their kind of reactions and how they do it. Even if it's not even verbal and you can't see it, you can just feel it in the room. And it's really exciting, especially in like no shames or smaller venues and stuff like that. So it kind of loses that magic in that aspect. But it's become a lot more focused on the technicalities of acting and figuring that sort of stuff out, like actually fully conveying it rather than it just happening magically, because you don't have the, the easiness of having an audience there with you to be along with the ride, or at least one that you can experience.
It was a good opportunity for... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, please, let's go ahead.
I was just going to say it was a good opportunity to do some, like, really intense scene work and, like, genuinely work on the interactions and, like, very small expressions and way every single actor was saying their lines. So it was really nice to be able to just kind of dive into that, which probably wouldn't have been as much of a focus if we were doing it on a big stage in front of a live audience.
Yeah, it really kind of just brought it all in instead of being on that vast stage. But I don't think it'll ever replace, doing shows online will ever replace the feeling of being on stage with an audience out there.
Yeah.
Jack, Chris, thank you so much. We're going to bring in 2 other folks to come in and talk to you. Lissa, if you want to stick around just really quickly, there's another question that's directed towards you, and I want to bring that up. It's from Nor. Lissa, do you think it's easier directing online or in person?
Oh boy. This is one of my first directing experiences, so I can't say that I have a lot of practice doing it in person. But I will say one of the biggest parts of my job doing it online was just getting connection with everyone during rehearsal. It wasn't doing it in person. Your job is more of actually directing and giving read suggestions, which I did a lot of here as well. But a large portion of it was just connecting with people, making sure everyone had their props, making sure everyone knew what was going on, making sure people were showing up to rehearsal. It was a lot of just like little technical things. So I think that directing in person probably would have been easier, and it's also just easier to make connections with people in person, which can help when you're directing. But doing it online definitely meant that I have a lot more contact information now because I've had to text pretty much every single person in this entire cast. So there was definitely some good things that came from directing online.
Yeah. And I'm going to just say also that Lissa was an incredible assistant director, just completely helping out every step of the way, because it was new for me as well. And like, we were both coming at it with very fresh and very unknown, like, a mindset going into this. And I think it was just a journey we both experienced. And I'm so glad to have someone to experience it with. Because it was a lot of learning as we go. I think it's easier in person, just because I know the world a little bit more versus this. But surrounding yourself with hardworking, positive people really makes the experience all the better. And I wanted to say thank you, Lissa. So you did a really great job. We're gonna bring our last group of folks. We have a few more questions to go through. Lissa, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi. Why don't you introduce yourselves? Ryan, why don't you start first?
Hi, I'm Ryan. I was one of the heads on the video crew.
Great.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I was an actor.
And who'd you play, Caitlin?
I played Caitlin.
Wait, oh my God, that's right, you did. Let's bring up a couple of questions. So, did you all find it mentally harder to prepare for this performance compared to traditional shows? And we can talk about it in the technical aspect and the performance aspect. So, Ryan, how about we start with you? How was it? Did you find it mentally harder to prepare for this performance, which is online, compared to something that would be on stage?
I think for me it was a little easier online because I was able to have a little more organized section and be able to know what was going on when, instead of running around being like, I don't know where everything is.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Nice.
Yeah.
Caitlin, go ahead.
Honestly, it was a little bit harder because there's just, I think Kylie said this earlier, there's such an energy whenever you're performing in front of people, but if you're performing to yourself, really, it's stressful, especially like if you have family in the next room, or maybe if you're in an apartment. It's just weird.
Yeah. I will say that I've gotten used to like having these rehearsals for the past month and a half. I've gotten so used to everyone's like looks, and it's been kind of just so strange seeing it. In terms of like working on the scenes, did you find you found it harder online or versus traditional? Happy birthday, Chris Tillotson. Go ahead.
I think it was still a little bit harder because you don't really. Well, for me, I'm a transfer student, so I didn't actually know my scene partner. So that was a little bit strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to another question. I love this. This one's for you, Caitlin. What are your all favorite lines?
Does
Hey,
it have
Noah.
to be for my scene?
No, it doesn't have to be from your scene at all.
Okay. Ooh.
I can't hear anything right now. I don't know if I should.
Oh, we can. No, can you hear us? Hello?
I'm good. Test it out.
Go ahead, Caitlin. What are your favorite lines?
I think, well, the one that keeps sticking in my head, and I really don't know why, it's Amelia's line whenever she goes, Blake,
Wait,
you're like 7 feet tall.
I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, or even see me, but it's all frozen, and I can't hear anything.
Oh, Noah. This is Noah, everybody. He's figuring out the technology. Noah is new to Theater McLean, a freshman. He played Jared. He's working on it. And again, this just shows kind of, for me, the technology on how finicky it is. And this was a labor of love getting all of this figured out, like all this stuff happening. And like, this is way more live than and not as rehearsed as our performance. And we see that as Noah's trying to get on. So Caitlin, as they're trying to figure this out, let me pull up another question. So, what do you guys take away from this experience that you can bring back to the real?
All right. Sorry, I'm gonna exit and rejoin. Hopefully that works.
Sounds good, Noah. Thanks, bud. What would you say, Caitlin?
I think having recordings of yourself doing stuff is really helpful for to prepare, because then you can see what other people see and give yourself notes as well. But
in terms of your scene, like in terms of the play in general, is there anything that we can take that you personally took from this piece?
Like the piece as a whole?
Yeah. There's a lot of pieces to it. There's a lot of components to this.
I don't know how. I think, well, for the play as a thing, I don't know. Well, I know that the audience can't really see the script, but the script was written in such a way that you can kind of piece out like exactly how you're supposed to perform it, because I think it was written kind of like a text message until that last scene, and so whenever you read it out, it's kind of interesting to just think, well, what is real and what is like who we are, where we are, with who, if that makes no sense.
No.
Yeah.
Sure. No, I think it's this idea of this blending of reality versus the virtual really comes into play with this show. And like, we get so caught up in the fantastical that it kind of, we don't see what's happening in our real world. And that, for me, this play is all about communication, like having the communication and being able to have those conversations that are needed. And you even see that in your scene where you're trying to talk to Vicky, but it's just not happening. It's just like being shut down. And we kind of see that throughout the entire show, where either the parents are trying to talk to the teenagers or their teenagers are trying to talk to the parents, and nothing is coming through. There's kind of just like a butting of heads. And yes, this piece is extremely out there and very and is over the top in many ways. But deep down, I think it's an allegory play, and it shows us what could happen if we stay in our two separate worlds, and that we have to have that communication. It won't get to hopefully what it comes to in this show, because that was terrifying. But yeah. Well, thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, Ryan, for jumping in. And wait, we have Noah.
I
Can
think
you
it
hear us,
worked.
Noah?
Yeah,
Oh, there
I can hear you guys now.
Hey, Noah, say hello. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, so I'm Noah Klon, and I was Jared in this. It was a very fun production.
Nice. We'll end it with one more question. I'll pull it up, and we'll close out as I look at the question. Here we go. Oh, this is a great one. From Sanjana. What was y'all's favorite part of the process? And we'll end it with this one. Noah, why don't you go? We got you in here. I'm glad. What's your favorite part of the process? This was your first show at Theater McLean, so talk to us a little bit about both y'all, Caitlin and Noah. So go ahead.
Well, there's a lot of memorization, but it was fun when it came all together, and we really got to start getting into the emotions of the scene, and it wasn't just reading words off of paper anymore. It was like we're really paying attention to what the other person was saying, and that's when it really got when we had pretty much memorized everything.
Nice.
Started getting fun.
That's a great answer. Caitlin.
I really liked before the show, whenever you kind of, even online, you still have this sense of community, just being with everybody and seeing everybody that took part in the production and kind of getting ready. That was really exciting it was really, yeah.
That's great. Absolutely. We all met in Google Meet and jumped, then went into the show. I mean, still having that community is important. And then Ryan, how about you? What was your favorite part of the process?
My favorite part was a lot of the brainstorming on Zoom with the video crew, and then coming up with the ideas and going through them. And then at the end, seeing everything come together was just amazing.
Yeah. It was a lot of brainstorming. This was a project that required a lot of heads put together from actors and tech. And I thank all of you. You all did a wonderful job. Thank you again, and thank you to everyone who came and participated and watched Neighborhood 3 Requisition of Doom. Hopefully we will come back soon with an onstage live performance. If not, we will stay safe and continue putting out pieces and telling stories in this format. Whatever it is, we'll be coming back soon. So thank you, everyone. Have a great night. Thank you to Ryan, to Caitlin, to Noah for jumping in and talking, and to the others, cast and crew, for chatting as well. And have a great night. Take care.